what do? I double click on my AirPods, skip forward 30, skip forward 30, skip forward 30. And honestly, I couldn't even tell you who sponsors most of the podcasts I listen to because I'm skipping the ads. And so it just doesn't feel like a model that long term. Now, radio advertising works. Why? Because you can't skip it.
It's
right.
Live. Yeah.
TV advertising, you can't skip it. But podcast advertising, you can just skip because it's time shifted media. So I've felt for a long time like I don't want to build a business around that. And then another thing happened, again, not to get too wonky, but a couple of years ago, Apple changed its algorithm for how it processes downloads. And immediately a lot of my friends who are in the podcasting space lost like 35% of their downloads overnight because Apple decided what would typically happen is if you were subscribed to a show, it would automatically download the new episode when a new episode was released. And Apple decided that it wasn't going to do that anymore. And so a lot of the numbers that we were seeing in the podcasting space were not accurate to the number of listens. The downloads did not equate to a listen because the downloads were just happening automatically. And I realized, wow, so much of the industry is based on these numbers that could change overnight. And I had friends who for the entire following year were doing make good ads for their sponsors because their numbers dropped 33% and they had guaranteed a certain number of impressions and they weren't able to deliver because their numbers immediately dropped because Apple changed the way that the app works, right? And I thought, well, I don't ever want to be in a situation where I'm building a business around something where everything could change overnight if one of these apps decides to change the way it works.